Hello. Today I am going to pitch my big Agnes copper Spur UL1 tent. And that is ultralight for one person. I will also demonstrate inflating my Seat to Summit air mattress and show how well the mattress fits inside the tent to give you an idea of the space inside the pitch tent. Here is my tent in the bag, and as you will have seen in the previous video as well, I have some tears in the tent bag. Again, like my tent, I just duct taped it on both sides and that worked really well. I did not get a tear in this tent bag until the day of Tongariro crossing, which was day 107. And I don't know how I got it on that day. I didn't have it in the morning. I absolutely would have seen it packing my tent. And the first was, there were two from that day. One was an L, very distinct corner cut like that. And I just wonder if I set my backpack against something that ended up ripping the tent bag. And two were from that day, and then later I found one more. I don't know where that one came from. I always wrap up the outside cover on the outside, put in the tent poles and the tent stakes, and the inside of the tent. Try to keep this part the most protected. The tent pole, it's one unit. So these tent poles, as you will see, this end is silver. So the two wide ends are silver, and then we've got the bottom ends are red, and that matches with the tent. Got it the wrong way. So now, in my tent, where I stick this pole is gray or silver, so that matches the tent pole, so it's real easy to figure out which direction one does this. Section just has some hooks through there. Boom. Boom. Now we have the freestanding tent already up. Is the red guy that straps in to the red, which is the small end, or orange, and on the other end we have the gray ones. So one can tell that way. I just need to match those up. Throw this over. And the first thing is to get these on. You won't do it if you already clip in. That's easy to do. Attach them. Pull it. Now, just align the cover and clip in. Over here, if it's a really warm day or evening, you can pop this open and have a little bit of venting here as well. I did that initially on the South Island in summer, and then later on, there were a lot of cold nights, so I never wanted it open. And this door has an opening here in the middle, or an opening to the side. And this side door is easier to reach from inside your tent. This is quite a long reach when you're inside the tent trying to open it and get out. So I did tend to use this zipper more and open the door that way. You can stake it down completely. There are 8 stakes, and if there's any kind of wind or you're worried about the rain, but every time I pitched it, I used all 8 every time. Designed to, I didn't bring my hiking poles. You can unzip both sides, and this is where you want to be a little gentle. Don't just rip open the zipper really fast, or just make sure you got the Velcro. Be gentle. This door you can attach to tent poles. And have a little awning. I didn't really do that. Had no need. Here is the tent pitched, and yeah, here I'll show the inside more. Yeah, I haven't done all of these right now, but see, you can pitch, you can pull that out. One here as well. And then the tent cover isn't touching the tent and creates a nice gap and good coverage and stability in the wind. You'll have seen near the Araroa crossing that crazy wind I had. Now I am going to blow up my Sea to Summit air mattress, the Etherlight XT insulated, size regular. That's just a unisex regular. And the bag is the pump as well. So taking it out of the orange top side, you have the mattress itself. On a very windy day, one would want to be sure to hang on to this mattress really well. When I was at the Araroa crossing, it was so windy, I was afraid this would be a big kite. I inflated it from inside the tent, which is quite a bit harder, but it is doable. So this gets unrolled, unfolded, and then open up the pump side of the bag, which is the opposite end. And here we have the nozzle, the valve. This gets open. There are 2 ways to open it. This way is fully to deflate. I'm not going to do that. And this way allows one to inflate it. And this does stick in pretty well. So if you're hanging onto the bag, I think you may have the wind situation covered, certainly in not too heavy of wind, strong of wind. And then one blows, you can open this up, make sure this is all open. And at first it seems like it's never gonna inflate, maybe there's something wrong, just, I wouldn't see any progress, and then suddenly boom. So you don't blow directly in, it's more efficient to blow from a little distance. Doesn't look like much, but then you roll it, and that bag fills with air, and that's one. So it seems a little tedious, but it really doesn't take too long. I think most inflatable mattresses have some kind of mechanism like this. Some possibly have a separate bag that doesn't pack in with the mattress itself and may even be sold separately. There are other mattresses that have a little bit of foam and are self-inflating. But even the self-inflating ones, we use those usually after opening and let it inflate a little bit. You still have to pump it up with your air blowing into it, but it doesn't take much. I'm not counting. I have before. So the hard part with doing this in the tent is just kind of having the space to have the mattress all the way extended and get enough space for me to have this pump extended and blow into it. But I could do it. I did do it. So the bag, the pump from what I found, doesn't look like it gets that much air when you just put in a puff. But it's when you start doing this, folding it down, the air gets compressed as you go, and there's more air in there than one thinks initially. I don't know if you can see this, but see, it's at some point it gets to be hard. So this will be my last time, I believe. For the first few, the progress is not noticeable in terms of it inflating. And then boom, so pull that off, stick that in. We have our mattress. Now that the mattress is inflated, I'll put the mattress in the tent to give an even better idea of the size of the tent and the mattress in comparison. And I have my trusty sit pad. I like to put this right inside the tent door, and then when I need to get in and out of the tent, I can put my knees on that instead of the hard ground. Now the mattress is inside, and as I mentioned, this just becomes a handy thing to put my knees on, or to sit on. So here is the mattress inside the tent. Here are my feet on the mattress. Here, I can just reach that. There are pockets from laying down. And then this pocket. Definitely not a problem to sit up in this tent. Not for me. Probably not for most people. The tent without the cover, to give a better idea of the space inside. There it is with my backpack at the feet. Got the mattress in, sleeping bag, my handy dandy sit pad. And there's space up around the head and certainly off to the side here and along the side to put what was in the backpack to the side. My dry bags for food, clothes, the empty sleep system dry bag, and other things that I would have. And then being freestanding can be a shelter, a big mosquito net, as like I used it at Johnson's campsite. that wraps up the closer look at my tent that I used walking to Araroa. The big Agnes copper Spur UL1. UL being ultralight, 1 being single person. Plus there was a closer look at my inflatable mattress, the size of it and how well it fits in the tent and what kind of space one has left over. If you're considering any of the same equipment, hopefully that gives you a good idea as to whether or not you think it may or may not work for you.